specialty doctor, registrar, middle grade, ST doctor. Are they the same thing? What do they mean? And when should you, as an international doctor, be applying for them? And when should you stay away from them? I'll be answering these questions in today's video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Effia. I'm a doctor here in the UK and I work in the NHS, and I make videos for doctors wanting to work in the UK. In my last video, I covered the junior grade levels within the NHS, where you start in your pre-reg year as an FY1 and then extend to your FY2 year and work as an SHO in the different grades and then progress onto a registrar role. Today, I'd like to discuss the next 5 to 7 years within the registrar role before you then progress onto a consultant role. So let's start with the ST title. ST stands for Specialty Training. So this applies to doctors who are in a training program. When they start their training program, if they're in a run-through training program, which means that they apply in year 1 and then they go all the way through the training until they complete the training and become consultants, then they will have an ST title. If they go through the training program and they're in a coupled training program, which means that they apply for the first year and then after 3 years, they then apply for a subspecialty to continue their further training, then they are known as INTs in the initial SHO stage, which is INT1, INT2, INT3, and then they progress onto their ST role in the specialty training and become known as an ST. For non-training roles, doctors working above the level of SHO are known as middle grade doctors or specialty doctors. This is because they are in the middle of a junior role, so they're no longer SHOs, but neither are they consultants. They're in the middle of that career level. And the reason why they're also known as specialty doctors is because they're working as specialists in their particular specialty. So you'll have specialty doctors in medicine, specialty doctors working in surgery, psychiatry. That's their area of expertise, and that's where they're specialists in. As a registrar or a specialty doctor or an ST doctor, your responsibilities are to obviously care for the patients, deal with emergencies. You'll also be assisting and supporting your junior colleagues, so your SHO colleagues, your FY1 colleagues. You'll also be supporting the multidisciplinary team members, so that could be the nurses, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, everybody that makes up the other team members that work with you to provide the care for the patient. And then you will report to the consultant, so they will be your senior and they will deal with any issues you're having and offer you support in managing the patients and any other areas of support that you require professionally within your role. So when should you, as an international doctor, apply for these roles, and when should you be staying away from these roles? Well, obviously, firstly, you need to have your membership exams in order to qualify to take on these roles. But as part of your competency for these roles, you also need to be familiar with the system that you'll be working in, because you'll be a port of call and support for junior colleagues and other team members. So you need to have an awareness of the NHS. So if you don't have experience working in the NHS, I personally would caution against taking on a registrar, specialty doctor role, ST level role as your first job in the UK. If you do take it on as your first job in the UK, the best thing is to try and get a period of shadowing. So you follow somebody who is doing the job that you'll be doing, follow them for 1 to 3 months, and then see how you'll be doing the job before you then start it independently. The other route is to take on an SHO job as your first job, gain experience and knowledge of the system, and then after you finish that contract, 1 to 3 months, 12 months, after you finish that contract, you then move on and apply for registrar roles. And obviously, if you have knowledge of the system, if you have knowledge of your specialty, if you have your membership exams, that's going to put you in a much stronger position than somebody who doesn't have knowledge of the system and hasn't worked in the system and then is applying to take on a senior role. Not to say that you can't get jobs. There are people who have successfully gotten jobs as registrars without having worked in the NHS, but why put yourself through all that extra stress? If you start and you're not familiar with the system, if things go wrong, God forbid, it could lead to your license being put at jeopardy. So the best, safest thing and wisest thing is to gain experience first in the system and then apply for a registrar role. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please press the like button to support me in what I'm doing on this channel and subscribe for weekly updates when I release new videos. Thank you. Also, if you want to know about the job titles for junior roles, please watch this video, which will tell you more.